It was said that Richard Attenborough would chair or become the president of almost anything if you asked him. That was only true up to a point. He was involved in so many different areas and so many different aspects of particularly the arts. However, if Richard Attenborough, Sir Richard Attenborough when I knew him, if he was asked to do anything, he would do it 100%. He would go into it with great passion, commitment, and of course to everything he did, he brought great prestige. My first contact with him was in 1980, 1981. I was involved with the UN's International Year of Disabled People. Note, disabled people, not the disabled. I got to know him much better a few years later because I was the co-director of a project called British Film Year, the aim of which was to bring attention to British films and also to increase cinema going in Britain. And Richard Attenborough was involved, as was David Putnam. You must have heard all the stories of how incredibly extravagant he was with his greetings and his hugs and his kisses and his darlings. Well, it was absolutely true. I remember one occasion when British Film Year, which was funded partly by the Thatcher government to the tune of £500,000, was staggering to its opening in Leicester Square in May 1985. And we had no money. The British film industry simply had not brought any money to the party. And Richard Attenborough rang us up and he said, "Don't worry, darlings, you'll be awash in money." And within a day, we were indeed awash with money. The money all came from Hollywood. All the major studios in Hollywood had coughed up the money for British Film Year. But whatever, Richard Attenborough moved in the most amazing circles, and it was through Richard Attenborough that we had our patron, one Prince Charles and his wife Lady Diana. So we were very lucky to have such high-profile people on board. One of the funniest stories about Richard Attenborough was that he came to our roadshow. We had a roadshow which went to 15 cities in Britain with stunts and costumes and stars and directors. And he came to the one in Southampton, and he was walking through one of the shopping precincts, and he came across an old-age pensioners' party with songs and dances, and he got involved, and they got him sitting down with them. And the MC said, "Ladies and gentlemen, we are very, very lucky to have a celebrity in our midst, David Attenborough." Well, of course, he was always getting mixed up with, as he called him, his brother, who was much more handsome and had more hair than him, and he really didn't mind. Richard Attenborough had so little pomposity, it was unbelievable, with someone with his record, both as an actor and a producer and a director. He was, of course, involved with Channel 4, with RADA, with the British Film Institute, so many different things. And later on, with the Attenborough Report, which my friend Carolyn Keane was very involved with producing. And this was about creating more access for disabled people in arts venues. And I would like to think that his influence has really been very manifest in everything we see today, which makes it easier for people with all kinds of disabilities to go to the theatre, to go to the cinema, to enjoy all the public events that able-bodied people enjoy. So, Sir Richard Attenborough, Lord Attenborough, Dickie, I tip my hat to you. You were a great guy. You created such love and such warmth. Whenever I think about all the things in the world which are to do with prejudice and stupidity and hate, I just think if only they could have met someone like you, who was ethical, who valued life, who loved people, who treated everybody he met with great respect, and he was a man for all seasons.